Do you have any wishes for your new niece, Lilibet?
Oh, I wish her all the very best. I can't wait to meet her because we haven't yet met her yet. So hopefully that will be soon.
Harry has used Princess Diana as an excuse and as a shield, and something that is obviously very sad and a tragedy for any child to experience. He is now using it to say, well, you can't critique me because I am Princess Diana's son and I suffered this tragedy.
He's moved on. He has put Meghan behind him. He probably is not interested in people bringing up his past relationship. He has 3 children now with his new wife.
Information came direct from Meghan's ex-husband, Trevor Engelson, via an intermediary. And obviously Trevor Engelson is a very successful TV producer. He now has his own family. He's very happy.
Harry is the worst kind of person that this planet has to offer. There is something about betraying family members to me that completely sickens me. But doing it for profit puts him on another level.
And listen, I want to say this to you in the best way, because I wonder if you could rewrite your public narrative from scratch. Is there anything that you would do differently? Yes, I would ask people to tell the truth.
The irony is earth-shattering, isn't it? Harry and Meghan are the Duke and Duchess of gaslighting themselves. It's a cynical attempt to manipulate viewers into questioning their own recollections of reality.
Trevor Engelson's Meghan's first husband previously had this operation, which would mean, of course, that she was unable to give birth to a child herself.
The other person that we're debating later in the show who has an issue with the truth, and in particular in espousing truthful statements, is Meghan Markle.
She will find a way to bounce past him to some other taker who might actually just love the guy. She will take her royal kids, who can still go by prince and princess, and find the billionaire.
Sources say Meghan's ex-husband, Trevor Engelson, has quietly broken his silence. Now a successful producer, Trevor allegedly hinted Meghan always had a bigger plan. Fame, status, power. Insiders claim he saw signs early: control, ambition, and a carefully crafted image. His words line up with what former staff have since revealed: a pattern of intense relationships and sudden exits. Trevor hasn't spoken on camera, but his silence is making noise, and the real drama was just getting started.
Poor old Meghan, in terms of this lavish wedding in Venice. Would love to be there myself, by the way. I didn't make the guest list either. But Meghan will be dying a bit inside over this, no doubt about it.
Before the palace, Meghan was just another name in Hollywood, a struggling actress best known for Suits. But when she married Prince Harry, everything changed. Suddenly, she wasn't auditioning for roles, she was writing her own. Critics say her royal rise felt scripted. Some called it brilliant, others manipulative. One commentator even said, "She destroys what she didn't build." Whether fair or not, the backlash was swift. Allegations of narcissism, fakeness, and hidden motives exploded across headlines. And Harry? Many say he fell hard, fast, blinded by the glamour, unaware of what was coming.
She will find a way to bounce past him to some other taker who might actually just love the guy. She will take her royal kids, who can still go by prince and princess, and find the billionaire.
Because behind the fairy tale, a storm was building, and it started inside their own home. After leaving royal duties, Harry and Meghan set out to build their own empire. Instead, their staff started vanishing, fast. Reports say at least 25 employees quit, but insiders claim the real number is even higher. We're not just talking assistants. Housekeepers, chefs, senior press officers, all gone. Why? Former staff described the atmosphere as toxic. Allegedly, Meghan micromanaged everything, sending 3 a.m. emails, yelling over tiny mistakes, even demanding banana cake be remade from scratch. One insider said, it wasn't the workload, it was the pressure. Some were reportedly reduced to tears. Others just disappeared quietly. They now call themselves the Sussex Survivors Club. But the worst part? It wasn't just about chaos, it was about control. And what came next would hit even harder. Right in their bank account. They walked away from royalty for freedom and massive deals. A $100 million Netflix contract, Spotify, books, podcasts. But sources say the reality, far less glamorous. That Netflix deal, allegedly worth only $20 million. Spotify, canceled. Their podcast quietly flopped. Meanwhile, expenses were skyrocketing. $288,000 yearly property tax, a $9.5 million mortgage, and $2 million in private security. Their Montecito mansion, once a symbol of success, became a burden. According to reports, they quietly put it up for sale. But selling isn't easy when your brand is under fire. Insiders say they believe the money would never stop. But Hollywood doesn't reward drama, it rewards results. And their empire was already slipping. While theirs crumbled, someone else's star began to rise. As Harry and Meghan's empire began to crumble, one headline at a time, someone else was quietly taking center stage. She didn't shout, she didn't post, she didn't need a Netflix deal or a Spotify contract. She just showed up. Catherine, the Princess of Wales, stepped into the spotlight with the kind of confidence that doesn't need attention. It commands it. At a recent state dinner for French President Emmanuel Macron, Kate didn't just attend, she stole the moment. Dressed in an immaculate Dior gown and adorned with Queen Elizabeth's pearls, she became the visual embodiment of everything the monarchy had once promised: elegance, legacy, and quiet strength. And then came the gesture. Macron leaned in and offered a hand kiss, a subtle but deeply symbolic move. Not just a royal formality, but a sign of genuine international respect. Something that doesn't come from headlines, it comes from character. Insiders say Kate's rise has little to do with PR and everything to do with authenticity. While Meghan's public image is often seen as calculated, carefully curated with professional styling, scripted interviews, and dramatic reinventions, Kate is the opposite: effortless, quiet, and real. There's no controversy swirling around her, no media war, no leaked texts or tell-all memoirs. And that's exactly why she's winning. Because in a world flooded with noise, people are drawn to calm. In a sea of scandals and spin, Kate's silence speaks volumes. And as Harry and Meghan's brand struggles to hold on, Kate's presence grows even stronger. Not through deals or drama, but through dignity. She's not just being seen, she's being remembered. And that's something no PR team can manufacture. But as Kate's star kept rising, something else was falling fast: the media's support for the Sussexes. At first, the press couldn't get enough of Harry and Meghan, the fairy tale, the drama, the exit. But over time, something shifted. Critics say the couple became overexposed. Every move felt calculated, every interview scripted. And worse, people stopped buying it. After the Oprah interview, headlines shifted from sympathy to suspicion. British tabloids called out inconsistencies. American outlets followed. Even their Netflix docuseries drew backlash. Viewers questioned the editing, the claims, even the tone. And then came the Spotify fallout. A top executive called them grifters in a viral moment that stunned even loyal fans. Suddenly, the press wasn't protecting them. It was circling them. Allegations surfaced about how their staff was treated. Rumors of tension with A-listers grew louder, and their once loyal media allies, silent. Sources say Meghan felt betrayed, Harry cornered. They tried to fight back, with speeches, statements, even legal threats, but the tide had already turned. And just when they thought it couldn't get worse, someone they trusted hit back harder than anyone. It's one thing to be attacked by tabloids. It's another when the people closest to you suddenly flip. For Meghan and Harry, the real heartbreak didn't come from strangers. It came from within. People they trusted, friends, staff, even family, started to turn. And the silence turned to whispers, then headlines. In 2021, just before their Oprah interview aired, bombshell accusations surfaced from their former royal staff. According to The Times, Meghan was accused of bullying, allegedly driving 2 aides to quit and undermining the confidence of a third. One senior aide said it felt like emotional cruelty and manipulation. Another claimed Meghan would praise someone, then tear them down in private. Sources say she dismissed it all as a witch hunt, but the palace, they opened an investigation. That wasn't all. Behind the scenes, former friends and Hollywood contacts began pulling back. According to insiders, Meghan reached out to reconnect with former co-stars and celebrity allies. Most didn't reply. Why? One source put it bluntly: they felt used. Like once she got what she needed, she was gone. Then came the lawsuit that shook everything. Samantha Markle, Meghan's half-sister, filed a defamation suit claiming Meghan lied repeatedly during the Oprah interview, especially when she said she grew up as an only child. Samantha alleged Meghan purposely distorted facts to rewrite her past and boost her image. That lawsuit dragged deeply personal details into public view: texts, timelines, and family wounds that had been festering for years. Meanwhile, Prince Harry, who'd once been so fiercely protective, was facing his own doubts. Some insiders say the pressure on their marriage grew quietly, that Harry began feeling torn between the love for Meghan and the life he left behind. And worst of all, no one came to their defense. Not the palace, not Hollywood, not even their inner circle. their team shrunk, their influence dimmed, and for the first time since their royal exit, they were truly on their own. But Meghan wasn't done. She had one more strategy, a bold, unexpected move that could either save everything or destroy the last of her public image. Facing isolation and shrinking influence, Meghan didn't retreat quietly. Sources say she launched a bold attempt to reclaim the spotlight and reshape her narrative. One major effort was the release of a new documentary and several high-profile interviews aimed at showing a softer, more vulnerable side. But insiders say this strategy backfired. Instead of sympathy, many viewers found the tone defensive, more damage control than heartfelt confession. And worst of all, no one came to their defense. Not the palace, not Hollywood, not even their inner circle. Their team shrunk, their influence dimmed, and for the first time since their royal exit, they were truly on their own. But Meghan wasn't done. She had one more strategy, a bold, unexpected move that could either save everything or destroy the last of her public image. Facing isolation and shrinking influence, Meghan didn't retreat quietly. Sources say she launched a bold attempt to reclaim the spotlight and reshape her narrative. One major effort was the release of a new documentary and several high-profile interviews aimed at showing a softer, more vulnerable side. But insiders say this strategy backfired. Instead of sympathy, many viewers found the tone defensive, more damage control than heartfelt confession. Her podcast and media appearances failed to gain traction, often criticized for lacking authenticity. Meanwhile, legal battles continued to pile up, draining resources and energy. Even Harry reportedly struggled to keep pace, caught between supporting Meghan's comeback and managing their collapsing empire. Experts say the couple's brand suffered from trying to be too many things at once: royalty, activists, entertainers, but without a clear, consistent identity. As the comeback fizzled, whispers of personal strain grew louder, fueling divorce rumors and public speculation. Their dream of rewriting the royal playbook was unraveling, fast, and while they fought to stay relevant, the world's attention kept shifting elsewhere.